Okay, I've been asked 6 times in the last 24 hours to share my thoughts on sending kids back to school. So I made a 2-part video. The first part, check out a link somewhere up in here that tells you what is happening in surge mode on July 17th, 2020, the year of the devil sent down to Georgia. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about school. So, such a controversial topic and everybody's got a thought on it. My thought is this: you have to make the best decision for your family. It's going to be different for every family. Let me break down how I made the decision for me. Well, first, let me tell you a little bit. So I'm a nurse practitioner. I work in an ICU, a very busy ICU, a couple ICUs actually, different hospitals. Decision making is tough. I actually suffer from a little bit of decision fatigue. I go to work every day. Every single day that I go to work, my job is to make hard decisions, because there is nothing, and I will dispute anybody who says any differently, there is nothing all good in medicine. Every single thing that I do to treat somebody or not treat somebody has benefits and risks, and my job is to weigh those and determine if the benefits outweigh the risks, and what are my risks and how do I mitigate them. Okay, that's tough. It doesn't get any easier. I just get better. I just get more adept at handling them and making them more rapidly. So I think this decision is the same. There are benefits and there are risks, and it's going to be different for every family and every situation. My specific scenario, I have 3 kids. They are going into 11th, 9th, and 4th grade, and they're in 2 different school systems, which makes it complicated. Both of the school systems are offering a choice on whether or not you want to do digital or whether or not you want to go back in person. Here's my thoughts. For me personally, I'm going to send my kids back to school, all of them. I anticipate that's only going to be for like 2 weeks, because again, we're already in surge mode. Check out that other video where I tell you how bad it is right now. I think once we start back to school and things start spreading even more rapidly, we're going to be back on quarantine, back in shutdown, lockdown mode. I hope we don't go into lockdown. I hope we can just all do the right things by wearing masks and still continue with our lives. But I have a feeling at least school will be shut down. Several friends and family members I have that work in school systems have said that the first 2 weeks they're thinking they're only going to be there that long as well, and the job is just to truly get these kids set up on the right platforms and understanding how to do digital learning, because what we did last spring was just homework. But going forward, it has to be true instruction, and getting them to understand how to do it and how to go about these cyber platforms at home is crucial. I work, my husband works. I'm going to have to pay my middle daughter again. Hannah, please tutor Molly, because we can't do it. I don't know how people with younger kids are doing this. I don't know how to answer that question for you personally. You have to figure that out yourself. But we're willing to take that risk to send them back so that they can get set up properly, because we both have to continue working. And then I anticipate things will shut down. Now, to me, and this is very important to me, the biggest risk, the biggest population that's being hit right now are grandmas and grandpas. And once we go back to school, the kids are going to spread it for sure. Number one, the kids' risk is very low. Kids do very, very, very well with this. So if the kids get it, they'll be okay. Me and my husband, our group, our sandwich generation group, odds are less in our favor than they are for the younger kids. There are people in my generation, my age range, that are not doing well with it. Even healthy people in my age range. But it's kind of rare. Most people my age do pretty well. And don't tell me it's just people who are sick or who are overweight or who have problems. It's not, y'all. Healthy young people doing really badly with this. It's just odds. You just got to be willing to play the odds. I'm kind of willing to play the odds right now. My biggest fear are our parents, the kids' grandparents. Those are the ones who don't do well with this. These are the ones who are saying, nope, I lived a good life, just let me die. And guess what? They are dying. So if you're willing for your parents to die, if you're willing to roll that dice, even though the odds are low, they're still there, then interact with them. But to me, once the kids go back to school and the odds of your kids bringing it home goes up astronomically, the kids don't see our parents. So my kids have spent all summer with their grandparents. My husband and I have been like empty nesters. But I want them to get in this quality time, because once we go back to school, we will not be seeing them. We will be FaceTiming them, possibly visiting them from the road, but we will not be getting within 6 feet of them. We will not be spending time with them. We will not be in the same household with them, because I am not willing to put that risk on my parents or his parents. I love them too much for that. So that's my advice. If you're going to send your kids back to school, you got to go back to isolation amongst just your family. That's just me. That's my opinion. I feel very strongly about that, because those are the people that I'm seeing die from it. So you have to determine whether or not you're willing to accept that kind of risk or not. Conversely, if you can't do that, say you need your parents to babysit your kids because you have to work, then don't send your kids back to school. Opt for the digital learning with them. That's a safer bet to me. I don't think you should mix the two. Isolate the people who are most at risk from the people who are most at risk of contracting it. That's the kids and the grandparents. I think once you separate those two factors, your risk goes down quite a bit. So that's what we're doing in my house. Let me know what y'all are doing in your house, and good luck. Stay safe.